Yo, what is up? It's been a couple weeks since we've been, doing this thing, so now we're back. And what do we talk about today? Well, we're gonna talk about Naomi, man. Is she underrated still? Has she earned her spot? We don't really know. We're gonna debate it out. We're also gonna talk about which was better. Was it Evolution? Was it All In? It's been a while since we've been here, so we're gonna talk about that topic. We're also gonna talk about the oversaturation with the WWE PLE, Saturday Night Main Event, Evolution, all the stuff that's going on. You're gonna get all that. Plus, you're gonna get Dumbass of the Week. We're gonna also get, Temp Check. We're also gonna get Push and Bury, and all of that is gonna be here on Red Dog and Friends. Hit the intro.
The following program is a collection of idiots talking about happenings in the sports entertainment world. It is meant to be comedically informative. The opinions expressed on this show does not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their bosses, platform, or whatever network they are on. There may be some out-of-pocket things said on this show because this is how we talk to each other. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further. Your homies. The 3 Count Podcast. P.S. Please do not sue us.
Hit him with a 3 count. Pin him to the ground and the crowd go wild, man down, no way out.
It's not even this show today. That's right. Hi, it's your friendly neighborhood Red Dog, and this is Red Dog and Friends.
I am the champion, Red Dog, hear my call.
The following program is a collection of...
Yo, what is up? It is your friendly neighborhood Red Dog. That's right, the Air Force veteran intel specialist, the one you call on when you need to get the job done. And this, of course, as I said, is Red Dog and Friends. I don't know why. It's just a lot of stuff to say all at once. But here's the thing. Normally, we would have 2 other people here on the show, but, parental leave and, other parental leave. Everybody just they just getting weeks off, months off. It is what it is. But the person that's here with me today is the only Graves that matters in professional wrestling. He is rocking the Red Dog merch. You guys know him. You should check him out. He's all over the show. Plus, he's the host of the watch alongs for all of the Villains Lounge. He is Twitch Graves.
How's it going? It's been a minute.
It has been a minute. It's been a couple weeks. We've had some technical difficulty, some PLEs happening. Normally we would go live for those, but we've had a lot happening.
Yeah, it's been a rough couple weeks for everybody.
Yeah, it really has. But for you guys who don't know, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Why not? You should. We're pretty awesome. We have all great interviews. You guys should follow us on all of our social media platforms at 3 Count Pod or 3 Count _ pod on X or the Bird app, as Chaz would like. Yeah, and actually, check us out on Spotify, Amazon Music, that one dumb app with the stupid jingle that goes iHeartRadio or whatever it is. And also, I just want to give a quick shout out to you, to everybody out there, because over the last 48 hours, we have grown a lot by like 1,000 subscribers. So we just want to thank you guys for
wild.
Yeah, we just want to thank you guys for coming along and joining us on this journey. And for those who don't know, like, we've been doing this show for about 4 or 5 years now, 5, 6 years. And we just have a lot of fun. So we have a lot of cool guests, a lot of cool interviews that we like to do called Now Entering the Ring, Now Entering to One, Now Returning to the Ring, all different types of shows, all based on pro wrestling. So if you guys are into that kind of stuff, go check us out. We do watch along, so you guys can check us out on the Villains Lounge. And then every once in a while, we'll drop a Villains Lounge where it's not a watch along. It's really just kind of us like mid-week interrupting and just kind of like dropping a quick little news. So we just want to say welcome to the channel, welcome to us, and we hope that you guys will share this with your friends, your moms, your dads, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, your grandmas, your grandpas, your uncles, your mom, everybody, plus your enemies, because we love haters too. So you can drop all that there. But more importantly, Twitch, how have you been?
I've been good, man. I've been good. Just hanging in there doing my daily grind.
Hey, I love it. I love it. I love it. So for y'all, this is what we're going to do first. We are going to go right into our show because we want to do something called Temp Check. So, for those who don't know, and now that you're here, we're going to talk about it. So, we have been gone for the last couple weeks, and we want to talk about Temp Check, which is our hottest, our coldest, and our match of the week. So, Twitch, what you got, bro?
My coldest wrestler of the week is what we're going to start this off with. Nikki Bella, just go
Bro,
away. Just go
bro,
away.
bro,
Wholeheartedly. You are the reason I turned off Raw on Monday.
bro,
Dead ass.
bro.
I know I missed. I know I missed Roman's return because of it. I'm okay with that. YouTube is a great thing for that reason. Nikki Bella, you are my coldest wrestler. You ain't got no business being back here.
Yeah, I mean, I can think of a lot of other cold wrestlers, but my problem is that and I've addressed this like numerous times beforehand, and I've kind of said it that if this was a dude, there'd be all sorts of up in arms about
Bro,
what she was being accused of. I mean, like, what are we really talking about here? Like,
we
this,
would have burned him at the stake.
yeah. I mean, just imagine if it was anybody else that was out there and had allegations of DV. Like, we would have called for that person to be removed. I'm sorry. Currently, there's allegations of a certain person who got pushed out of the entire company. And not even that. Somebody else, even just mentioned earlier this week, Daniel Cormier, what's up, DC, said another individual who also has these accusations that there's no real definitive proof. There's just like text messages like,
Is on
yo,
a list.
he's on a blacklist. He's blacklisted from TKO. Like, what are we talking about here, man? Like, what are we really talking about?
Why does she get a pass?
But she gets a pass because why?
Because
Because
she's
they,
a female. I'll
yeah.
say it.
I'm like, bro, it's to me, it's insane. And sure, you can say whatever. You can be like, well, it's only allegations and this and that. No, somebody went to jail. Like, somebody went to jail.
People were arrested.
People who were arrested, and it wasn't her, it was him. But then when the real story came out, it was her.
Yeah.
And I still have a problem with that, man. Like, I was like, I hate it so much that and listen, at some point in time, would I love to be able to interview Brie? Of course. Like, it would be great to be able to have her on the show and talk to her on Now Drink. But there's just me inside. I'm kind of like, bruh, like, y'all, like, cool people. I like Brie, but like Nikki, like, I can't. I can't. And I don't want to stand on a moral high ground and be like, well, this, that, and the other. But that really bothers me that she's on the show and she came out for the Rumble spot, and then she's back on Evolution, and now she's being featured on Raw. And I was like, bro, I don't want to deal with it. I'm good.
I'm not here for it. You legitimately made me turn off Raw.
Yeah,
I dislike you that much.
yeah, I would have to agree. All right, well, I'm gonna agree with you. That's my coldest too. I'm here for it. Who's your hottest wrestler of the week though?
My hottest wrestler of the week, if I'm being brutally honest, I don't have a hottest wrestler of the week because personally, I think wrestling this entire week hasn't impressed me that much. If we go, uh, you seen that too, right?
Yeah, I saw.
Okay.
I'm aware.
Uh, if we go back 2 weeks, I believe it was,
Hmm.
give me Ludwig Kaiser as El Grande Americano.
We don't know that to be true.
You goddamn! I will be goddamn if you can't tell me that ain't Ludwig. Get the fuck out of here with that.
we don't know that.
We know that we're just acknowledging it, not acknowledging it yet. Yeah. If that just I try so hard to not acknowledge this whole El Grande Americano thing. I think it is mildly retarded to me. Thank God we have a disclaimer.
Yeah,
Uh,
just right there at the bottom.
I like though that we're switching it up. Like, oh, Chad Gable is injured. We're just gonna be, hey, random guy number 55, come here.
Yeah, hey, come fill the slot
Uh,
real quick. Yeah,
Ludwig for hottest. He's just all around a great talent, and he seems like he's down to do whatever you throw at him.
yeah. And
My
He'll
Go
make it
ahead.
work too. He'll
He
work
will
too.
make it work. He will.
Yeah, yeah,
My match of the week. So my match of the week is a little different this week. If anybody follows other promotions that TKO is involved with, you will know that UFC had what I believe was 318, 319 last
yeah. Some,
night,
yeah, some of that.
somewhere in there. My match of the week is Diamond Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway. If you have watched that match last night, fucking banger from bell to bell. Of course, that being Dustin Poirier's last match, he is officially retired from the UFC and MMA. Shout outs to him for that. You threw down. Would have been cool to see you win, though, man.
Nah, definitely went out like he's supposed to because I'm a Max Holloway fan personally.
I understand that, but I'm not a fan of the BMF title. I think it's dumb, and we should just get that shit the fuck out of here.
Nah, I need
Yeah,
that title. I need that title
it's
floating around
only
for no reason.
because who introduced it. If it would have been anybody else that introduced it, I'd have been cool with it.
No, I see. I'm not even here for that. I don't even care that The Rock introduced it. It was just that match with Jorge Masvidal and what was it? Diaz? Was that
Bro,
his?
yeah,
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 that was a throwdown. Like we gonna go to war, and that's what we do. And then it was supposed to be a one off, but then like Justin Gaethje and Max Holloway was like, no, we want that title. And like
bro.
you couldn't ask two other dudes who were just ready to throw down, like to hang and bang and just throw hands all day. So like of course, like that works them, and then to move over and see Max defending it against Dustin Poirier, like yo. And to be fair, like Dustin had beaten Max twice, so this is the third time they're
Yeah,
running this. It's like, yeah, I kind of want to see it happen, and there
it's
goes
cool.
Max.
It's cool that Max got the victory on what would essentially be the rubber match, if you want to call
Yeah.
it that. I'm just as a Dustin Poirier fan. Nope, I'd have rather him went out with his hand raised high.
I mean, I feel you, but you know what? Like in the wrestling business, it's your job to put over the next talent as you
This
exit.
ain't wrestling, motherfucker.
this man, this man, listen, okay, like that's the job. You're supposed to put the person over who's gonna build the next years of talent.
Shit, Max definitely building that tier up.
Yeah, Max Holloway is definitely like I mean, listen, lightweight, middleweight, like my man is just featherweight. He's fighting everywhere. He doesn't care who it is. He's fighting everybody. So I was like, yeah, I'm here for it. Yeah, this man is
I
just
will
turn
agree
it
with
up.
I will agree with that.
Yeah, yeah. Real quick, I just put this up here. Boo Max. It is Anthony. For those who don't know, yeah, he'll be commenting a lot since he won't really be doing a whole lot of other stuff except sitting in a chair commenting. Max looks way better at 155. He really does, but the problem is that
Uh-huh.
he like that's his walk around weight. I think is like 170. I think he said. So for him to get down to like 155 and hang and bang with those guys, it's crazy. But when he used to drop down to 145, that was insane to me.
Wow.
And
That yeah.
yeah, so I like seeing that he's at the 155. He looks a lot healthier. He looks a lot better. And I'm here for it for him to like be able to throw where he is. He's the BMF weight. He is a bad man, bro. All right. So my hottest wrestler of the week. I'm gonna be fair, man. I want to give it to two people, right? So I'm gonna do a 1A and 1B. 1A is gonna be Timeless Tony Storm. Right.
Bro.
I said it right. I think she did an incredible job at All In. I thought her and Mercedes had a great match. I don't care what you guys think about it. It is what it is. Following up with this last Wednesday, where her and Athena were going back and forth, I'm ready for all of this. Right? Like I love how she's doing. I love the character work. I love how much she's getting over with the fans and stuff. This is all good stuff. So I'm here for all of it. My 1B is gonna be the person who turned heel. Alistair Black, bro. Like see the suit again. Like yo, it's looking fly, bro. I'm here for this. So I'm happy. And then also we're seeing Zelina kind of transition to like that heel side. So maybe we're gonna get not a reunion, but we're gonna get another union where we're gonna get Zelina and Aleister Black to
Alistair.
join. Yeah.
You
My
think
match.
you think she'll fill that Julia Hart role if he
I
starts a like House of Black stable?
I kind of hope so. But really, and really, what I want is to see like the House of Black in WWE. Like,
Bro, let me tell you, I will become the biggest mark the moment they bring Brody King in. The biggest
bro.
mark. I don't give a fuck what any of you have to say.
Brody King and Buddy Matthews like coming back
Rap.
into WWE. Oh my god, I'd be here for all of that. And I was like,
Give
yo, I will be fair. I would just say it straight up, and we gonna move the White Six back to Raw because this squad is
wholeheartedly.
about to run.
Fuck out of here.
I've been like, yeah, they're here for the Mystic stuff. They're here for just punishment, and that's what I can't wait for. I'm here for all of that. Um, my match of the week, man. I'm gonna go to something that was last week, and I kind of want to talk about it. Right, that women's gauntlet match for All In was fire. And I know we could put up the dudes, right? We can talk about Hangman's match with John Moxley, which was cool. We can talk about the Young Bucks with Will Ospreay and Swerve. But that gauntlet match, man, it was just kind of a thing there. I felt like it was just really thrown together, but the women just, hey, they put it down. I'm here for it. I loved it. There's nothing else I can say that's bad about it. So I mean, I'm gonna put them over because I feel like we also don't do that enough. We don't put the women over, and I'm here for it. I was here for all those matches, and I felt like Evolution as a whole deserves also to be kind of recognized with it as well. But like I'll say this: the whole women's roster between AEW and WWE over the weekend of All In and Evolution held it down. That was the that
Without
was
a
the
doubt.
that was the best. And yes, Hunter, you should make this a yearly pay per view for Evolution.
You would fucking think so.
Yo, money. Wilding out to me that it was not a thing that has happened. I was just like, how do we not make money off of this? This doesn't make no sense. Like, I don't get it. Get it at all.
Somebody's dumb as fuck.
Yeah, somebody's missing out. All right, let's move over. Let's talk about it. Let's get into our first discussion point. Speaking of the women's wrestling, we're gonna talk about Naomi, right? So, at Evolution, she cashed in successfully, beating Rhea Ripley and Io Sky for the women's championship. So she is your current WWE Women's Champion. I'm here for all of this. I've said it once. I'll say it again. I don't really care. And I thought it was a proper cash in. I thought it was a great use of it too. So how are we feeling about her? Do we still feel like she's underrated? Do we feel like she's underplaced? Like, where are you at with this?
I'm here for it. I think she's earned her place, man. But from when her and Sasha Banks, Mercedes Monet, whatever you want to call her, when they left, she didn't hop on the internet. She didn't bash WWE. She didn't throw anybody under the bus. And then they brought her back. She is a great talent. She is down for whatever you throw at her. From my memory, I don't think she's really injury. I don't think she's had any, if at all. Like maybe one or two, but I don't think she's an injury prone wrestler. She's not out here hurting people. Like, and then 90% of the stories you put her in, she excels in. She's a great fucking wrestler. Say what you want about her, but I honestly think she's earned her spot. The fans are behind her. That Jade Cargill story with her pushing her off into the car was amazing. Like I, I'm tired of people saying that Naomi is undeserving of the spot she's in. She goes out there and puts it down every fucking week, and that's not even including house shows.
Nah, I think what it is too is that like she probably, and I when I say this, I don't it's meant with, I guess I don't, it's meant with kind of love, right? When I say this, she kind of had a stench to her when she left with Sasha, right? And they left and they did their
Understandable.
thing, right? But it wasn't her. Like, to be fair, like what she was fighting for was admirable, right? They wanted to successfully continue pushing the women's tag division. WWE was like kind of giving up on the whole thing. They weren't really going for it, so they bounced. They left. They're like, whatever. If you're not going to utilize us, we're gonna go. So it made sense, you know. But again, she didn't say anything. She just kept her nose to the grindstone. She stayed out the spotlight. We didn't even really hear anything about her, you know. And then she turns up at TNA, and Trinity just is tearing everything up. Like, it's just looking great. She has these banger matches with everybody. I will be fair, on the show, I had said that I felt like she was gonna get lost in the shuffle of TNA. She did not. In fact, she was the TNA Women's Champion before she lost it to Jordan Grace. And then she comes to Raw. She goes to the Rumble, and then Jordan Grace is right there too. So it's crazy to see that she's excelling as well in the position. And then, you know, it's not even that she became stale because she did it. They're like, hey, we had this idea that we kind of want to see how it works. You and Jade and Bianca together, and then, you know, we're gonna have you go off, and then you're gonna come back, and we're gonna have you push. We're gonna give you this heel push, and she's just dominated with it. You know, the proceed with caution is a thing of genius, and
I
she's
love it.
making it work. Yeah, everywhere she's making it work. And so I don't know if she was ever, I don't know. I don't know how to say it like this, because when she was the SmackDown champion, she was the SmackDown Women's Champion. You know, we all were here for it. When she relinquished the title and then won it back, and she became a two-time champion, we were here for it. You know, WWE never really gave her a fair push, but this is a girl that came up from like the original NXT game show, and she is now, still hanging and banging years later, still doing a thing.
Fucking
And
actor.
I don't know if I don't know if she's ever really been underrated. I feel like she's been low rated, right? And now I feel like she's on par. I mean, ever since like she got the main push on the main roster, leaving the Funkadactyls, and just, you know, that whole split between her and Cameron, and she's been doing her thing, just running by herself. Like, she's been improving. We've been saying it every year. It feels like she's been steadily improving, and now like the character work is starting to come together, especially with the Proceed with Caution, and she's got this like great heel turn. I don't, I don't know if she's ever been underrated though. I feel like, if anything, she's always been mid card rated,
I
and
don't.
now I feel like she's cracked into that upper echelon.
I don't think it's a matter of being underrated as much as it is underutilized, and we see that a lot with people.
Yeah.
Uh she just, bro. If she's here this year, and this is what we're talking about, like this proceed with caution gimmick being absolutely fire. I love this darker gimmick she has going on.
Yeah.
What are we going to be saying about her next year?
I mean, the theme song is fire. Her gear is
Wow.
fire. I love like
I love the little nod to Owen, as well as making it your own with the
yeah,
caution tape and all that shit. Like,
the razor blades,
yeah, yeah,
whether they're in her hair or they're on her suit, like in
I
her on her
love
gear.
it,
You know, I'm
dude.
here for all of it.
Fucking love it.
Yes. And I think, okay, so like, to be fair with Naomi too, like this is a thing. Like, she's, and I don't, you guys can let us know how you feel about it. Put it in the comments, and we'll definitely read them out. But like, she's definitely like she was Hall of Fame worthy before this run. I think this kind of solidifies that she's
This
going to be in the Hall.
definitely.
Yeah.
I don't want to say this makes her like first round ballot level. I think that's putting a little bit too much hype into it. Not yet, at least.
Yeah.
But she's definitely, like you said, solidified her spot of okay, that she is a Hall of Famer.
Well, she has all the accolades that we look for, right? She won the Rumble, the only women's Rumble that they had, right? Not what was the Fabulous Moolah, what they were going to call it originally, and then they're like,
Oh yeah, no,
we
let's
just
get
call it the
rid of
Women's Rumble. Like,
that.
the Women's Rumble. She won that, and I think she's the only women's winner of that. She's
Yeah, that
uh,
quickly vanished.
yeah, Money in the Bank, right? She's a Money Bank winner. She's the second African American to Money in the Bank. Let's be
Yeah.
fair with that. You know, she's successfully cashed in. She's a 3-time champion. She's been a multi-time
Tag
tag
team
team champion,
champion.
right? I
The
mean, like,
only thing, there's only literally two things that's avoided her now, and that's because they just created them. That's
well,
the
I was gonna
U.S.
say,
and the Intercontinental.
yeah, and I was gonna say like this iteration of like the WWE Women's Championship, like she hasn't got that, I yet because she will. But I also look, yeah, you're right. Like the Women's U.S. Championship and then the Intercontinental Championship, like she hasn't won those yet, but she will. And I think now be fair, it doesn't sound funny, and a lot of people will be like, "What?" Because they just did this with they shoehorned Becky Lynch to do this too. Send her down to NXT. That's like the one time like
Bro,
send her
yes,
like and let her win the NXT. Like when she drops the Women's Championship, send her down to NXT.
of
Let her win the
course,
NXT Championship because we want to see her as a Grand Slam champion. Like I want to see
all
her.
day.
Yeah, and then let her win the Rumble. Send her over to SmackDown and win the WWE Women's Championship too. Like let her do that stuff. Let her win all the titles because let's be fair, man. Like this is a woman who, like I said, from was it NXT season 3, season 4, like from then to now, the growth that this woman has, like, hey, you guys should have been handing her like all these championships and like,
In my personal opinion, her winning the Rumble, and I say what you want about this, her winning the Rumble would make her a first round ballot pick for me. Because
oh
when we talk about first round ballot picks, look at the list of everything they've done, and what's the one thing that stands out? Royal Rumble victory.
yeah, yeah, and or I mean, shit, let her win Queen of the Ring.
That
Like
that too. There you go.
I kind of because it's funny because like Sheamus also is like just missing the Intercontinental Championship, but he's won like the big events, right? Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble. He's won King of the Ring. You know, I feel like that's a thing that should be also like ran for women, right? Like winning the Rumble, winning Money in the Bank, winning Queen of the Ring. I couldn't think of another person who I would want to see as Queen of the Ring than her. I think she'd do a great job. It'd be fun to watch her kind of just do that whole thing. And thank God you don't have the accent anymore for winning. Like, hey, mind you, hey Chaz, either get on the show or
Or get the fuck out of here.
stop playing with the chat because we know you're here watching like
Yeah.
this guy out here. Hey, listen to me right now. What I think is Naomi, she has already had all the accolades. She deserves all the accolades, and I don't think she's. I agree. I would have to say underutilized would be the way that I would have used the word, not underrated. I don't think she's underrated. I just
No.
think underutilized is definitely like the best way to like say that about her.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely she's because to me when I look at this, right, it says underrated or has she earned her place. She's earned her place. She's already been at the table, and mind you, she's also done stuff that some of the other women in on WWE or NXT has done. She's a TNA or Impact Women's Champion coming
Yeah.
over. You know what I mean? Like, who else can say that? Chelsea Green? Like, but she's not a world champion, right? She just won the US championship. Like, Jordan Grace is now over in NXT. She's not there yet, right? So who else can we really say like can say they've held that title too? So she's got accolades outside of the E that she can also stand on her own lore for it. So I definitely agree. If the Rumble, if she wins a Rumble or she wins like another big, like I would say Queen of the Ring, I already think she's already, if not first, second, definitely second. If you put like a ballot system together, I would definitely say. But yeah, as soon as she retires, man, like the first person that I would want to see
Naomi.
do that thing is Naomi. Like, yeah,
All day long.
yeah, yeah, yeah. What about y'all? What do y'all think? You guys can put your comments in. We'd love to hear from y'all. Uh, Tell us what you
Yeah,
think. Like
Chaz.
Naomi, do you think she's underrated? She's earned her spot? Do you think she's underutilized? Do you think she's overutilized? What's your thought process on it? We want to hear from you guys, and we'll read them out as we change topics. We go in and out, so we'll just continue adding on. But right now, what I want to get into is one event called Push and Berry. All right, Twitch. What are we burying? What are we pushing first? I want to see what we're gonna bury.
Oh, what we pushing?
What we pushing? I'm gonna keep harping on this. We are pushing women's wrestling because
There you
it
go.
is so fire
There
right
you
now.
go.
I don't care what brand that you like. You can tell me, but like, man, the stuff they're doing on SmackDown is amazing. The stuff they're doing on Raw is amazing. The stuff they're doing on NXT, the stuff they're doing on AEW, the stuff they're doing on TNA, all of it. I'm here for all
Every
of
bit of it. It's the
it.
same thing we push almost every single week.
Bruh. Evolve is on fire too, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm here for all of women's wrestling right now, bro. And it's not even like oh man, like like I might stand something with them. No, no, no. It's just that there's this appreciation of like how hard these women are putting in the work, and you're seeing it time and time and time. And it's like, how do we not acknowledge this? Like everybody's talking about, oh man, like I'll use as an example. People will talk, hey, Adam Hangman Page like deserves our accolades for being the new AEW World Champion. Hey, absolutely. But do I think that him and Mox had a better match than what Mercedes Moné and Tony Storm did?
Not a chance.
Nah, not at all.
Not even
Not
close.
at all. And you'd be like, well, what about like they really have to do that tombstone spot?
Yes.
No, no, they didn't. But guess what? You're talking about it. That's what we're doing.
You're
Like,
talking about a chick who literally goes on national TV and openly calls herself a whore. Get the fuck out of here with that. If that's what you're mad about in that match, I'm sorry, you're dumb as shit.
yeah, like it is what it is. I look at Evolution as a whole entire pay per view, in and out. We had great matches. Bailey and Lyra and Becky was a great match too. We're looking at the women's tag team championships, right? Like the growing of a friendship between Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. The fact, let's hold on. Well, first of all, it's
Let's
2025. We're talking about the fans cheering for Charlotte Flair, and we're like,
I'm gonna,
what?
you know what? I'm gonna, and I'm so glad Damien's not here, and I'm sure it'll be clipped, so I can't deny it. I that is wholeheartedly what I'm pushing is the tag team between Alexa and Charlotte. Charlotte
Yo,
with the "We're not friends" shirt, and I'm, I,
mm,
I, I think this should have happened a little bit ago. Like I
yeah,
think they kind of missed the opportunity on this, but I like that we're getting it now. Uh,
yeah.
I'm,
It
I'm
was.
here for it, and
It's a great.
once
It's
again, it falls into the category of pushing women to wrestling.
Yeah, and it's like it's a thing that once like Alexa Bliss like got into the fray of things with her and was like, hey, we need to, I know you don't like me, I don't really like you, we can get on the same page, XYZ, blah 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 blah. That all started making sense, and then all of a sudden the ball starts rolling. And I talked about it. I was like, yo, wait a minute. Like I was listening to it on Evolution. I was like, yo, this crowd is really cheering for Charlotte Flair right now. Like they're really chanting for her. And it's funny because like when Charlotte first came back to the E and she was like, "Hey, it's been a long time. I've missed you guys." The crowd instantly turned on her, and then she was
Instantly.
like, "Forget it. I don't even want to be your guys' hero anymore. This place sucks." Blah 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 blah. And now here we are seeing Bliss like out there, and because the fans love Alexa Bliss, and so
Oh
now they're
yeah,
seeing that this relationship is like starting to form, and now people are starting to cheer for Charlotte, and I'm like, all right, you know what, I'm here for it too. I like it. I like seeing it. It's kind of a fun thing to watch get thrown together, and we'll see at SummerSlam like what happens, but the fact that Alexa Bliss was gonna get speared and Charlotte jumps in the way and pulls Alexa out of the way. I was like, oh, we really doing this now? Like, okay, cool. So I'm here for that.
bro. They work so well together,
Mm-hmm.
so fucking well together that it's something that shouldn't be, but is, and I like it.
I also like the fact that Alexa Bliss is playing into a past character that she used to have when she was the fairy cheerleader,
Oh my
the glitter
god,
cheerleader.
yeah.
I love that we had that like on this last SmackDown that she was out there with the pom poms and stuff, like cheering her on. I'm like, yeah, this is kind of funny.
I just want to know what did that pom pom have in it?
Yeah.
Because that shit was sold like she got hit with a fucking brick.
Yeah. And they're just like, "Oh yeah, I don't know, man. It's just it. Go team.
Yay!
We're not friends, but we're working together." Like, no,
We're
no,
not
I mean,
friends, but we're working together.
yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's get into the other side of it. So if we're pushing women's wrestling, then what are we bearing?
Go ahead, because you seemed real excited about this.
What am I? No, actually, here's what I'm gonna bury, right? And because I'm gonna put these other. We'll talk about the stuff that was gonna be going on for Dumbass of the Week, and then if you guys want to, go on Twitter, 3 count underscore pod, Jesus, and follow us there. We'll put the poll up there for Dumbass of the Week. But for me, what I want to put in the Dumbass of the Week, or not the Barry, is dude. We have to bury these overbooked main events at AEW. Dog, I
Bro.
all in, like, I get it. We had a Texas death match, but it's like every single time that John Moxley is in the main event, some shenanigans has to happen. Thanks, Chaz, but something has to happen.
This little
3 count pod underscore is where it's at. But something has to happen. And it's kind of at the point where it's like, damn, Brody, like, what are we doing? Right? We're just overloading this stuff. There's the spike, the bed of nails, right? And I'm not saying it's like it's unnecessary, but I'm just like, yo, we just keep elevating the board. We just keep elevating the risk factor. And is it really for the payoff? Like, is it really necessary for the pop? Like, what are we really doing? Yeah, I mean,
I feel like you can overdo things, and AEW has found a way to make every single main event just about, I feel, so overdone that it's hard to finish the main event sometimes. Like, not that I'm complaining about the bed of nail spot, or even if you want to go back to some of their other pay per views where they did the syringe that Adam Page took through the cheek and all that. Like, I am here for the most violent of violence, but at some point you have to realize that you're overdoing it.
yeah.
Like, are you trying to be like, is every main event supposed to be Tournament of Death? Because that's what it's coming off as.
Yeah,
Uh,
100%.
Especially when people like Tony Khan make statements online saying maybe we should tone down the blood a bit. Every main event or every match doesn't need to have blood in it. And here we are, what, a year and a half later, and just about every main event still is as bloody as a car accident. Like, let's be serious.
Yeah. And I mean, certain matches make like I get it, right? Like the Texas death match makes sense. It makes
Gonna
sense
be.
to have it, right? It also makes sense to every anarchy in the anarchy in arena, right?
I
The
mean,
match
to be honest, we could do away with Anarchy in Arena, and I'd
I
never miss it.
I too agree. Blood and guts, I would also expect that to happen, right? The send home match between Mariah May and Tony Storm, right? This was the ending of that match, right? Like these are things that like you have to. But the problem is like your big pay per views. Everybody got blood in it. Everybody got. So what's it matter then at this point? I mean, I feel that like there should be more to it. There should be more given to it, right? Like it just to me, it just there's it's a lot. It's a lot going on that it doesn't really necessarily have to be going on. It's just like, yo, let some of this shit just kind of go. Like,
The
yo, let's have
blood
a main
and
event. Let's have a
guts,
main event that doesn't have as much color in it.
the blood and guts and gore, and it doesn't need to be every single match.
Dude, and I'm still thinking about like
Doesn't.
Edge with the spike in the back. Like, yo, like pull it, and I get it. Like
And
you
that's
do it,
somebody who should know better.
and we're talking about it because it's like you brought up. How do you elevate now? How do you elevate? You just brought out a bed of nails, and then Mox takes the bump. like off the clothesline, and like he takes the bump, and then you're like, oh my god, and like what what more can there be? Like what
Where do
more?
you go from here?
Where do you go? What's the next move? Mox goes away for a little bit. Not psych. He's back. Like he's back on win.
What are we gonna see? Vic Grimes style things where you get thrown off a scaffolding next?
Right.
Oh wait, we've already seen that. Like at some point or another, people are just gonna get tired of it because you're not gonna be able to go any further.
Right. It's like, what else are we gonna do? Like, where do we go from here? How do we go? How do we go to the next level up? Where are we aiming for? What is the goal of getting more people to watch your product, right? And Tony, by all means, man, like it has to mean something. But when I watch someone like Mox bleeding every other match, color doesn't matter. Like it just
At,
doesn't. So
at
what
some
are we
point, I'm
doing?
just gonna say, at some point or another, we just need to get it the fuck over with. Do a human sacrifice on AEW, and that's it. That can be the series finale, season finale, whatever the fuck. Just let's end it there. Let's just do a human sacrifice, get it out of the way. I'm sure Darby Allen will sign right the fuck up for it.
Oh man, big shout outs to Darby too.
Big shout outs to
Congratulations.
Darby.
Yeah, congratulations on your climb Mount Everest. And I love the fact that we cut a promo on Mount
We
Everest.
did. We wholeheartedly did.
Yo, like I don't want to like I'm not here to like again, we just talked about this earlier with Nikki, right? But hey, man, there's something to be said that you went and you climbed Mount Everest and you cut a promo up there talking about like
Whole
shout
ass
out, like
promo.
let me put this. Shout outs to Tony for long term storytelling. That like you had the idea, like, hey man, you climb Mount Everest, you cut this promo, bring it back to us, and then we'll post it up, and then you drop in from the rafters, and you just go from there. And that's what we do. That's what we did. I'm
That
like,
is exactly what we do.
I'm here for it. But again, that pushing women's wrestling like always because like it's hey, I love what we're getting out of it, bearing, these overbooked AEW main event matches that are on the pay per views. Like, not here for it. But what I am here for is our second debate topic, which I'm kind of excited. I want to talk about it. Which was better, Evolution or All In? Speaking of what we just buried.
Yeah, legitimately. Like, we basically been talking about this since the beginning of the show.
Yeah. I would be fair. I'll say it out there. Evolution was my show for the week.
Evolution was better.
Yeah, I thought.
Evolution was better. And like I was saying to you earlier, I came up with this topic, and the more I sat here and thought about this topic, it dawned on me. All In had the spots that you're going to see shorts of all over YouTube and all over Twitter and whatever the fuck. You're going to see them everywhere. To where Evolution had the matches. Because let's be serious, Io Sky and Rhea Ripley was fucking fire even before Naomi cashed in. Like,
My God, bro, that match went everywhere too. Like we had a ref bump.
uh-huh.
Why we had such a long ref bump? Like I don't care. Like EO jumping off like the camera angles that we got. Also the fan camera angles of EO jumping off the equipment onto Rhea. Like
Bro, like that Evolution had the matches and beginning to end, it was a great show.
yes, 100%.
All In had great matches. Tony Storm, Mercedes Moné.
Yeah,
But I feel like people are more so talking about the spots that happen
yeah.
more so than the actual match as a whole.
Yeah. And I think best match of the night at AEW, I'll be fair, I'll say it again. Tony Storm versus Mercedes
Mercedes,
Moné was
yep.
a fire match. Also, I will throw this out there as a second place match was the women's gauntlet match because I thought the ending for Athena coming off and hitting her move, and it's not called the Eclipse no more. I forget what it's called. My apologies. I just remember it as the Eclipse. But hitting that stunner off the top rope was
Yeah.
fire because it was like you're loading up into get into a sharpshooter, blam, like yo, and I was like, oh. I remember watching it. We were coming back from Virginia as we were heading up towards Massachusetts, and I saw that spot and I was like, oh my god! I was like, that girl got murdered on the screen.
Wholeheartedly. Yeah.
I was here for it. I was like, dang, that's such a good spot. And I was like, yo, Athena winning, this was necessary. And she's the longest reigning ROH women's champion, but like
Yeah.
y'all don't really talk about her. Like she is the best thing going on in AEW outside of
The
Tony.
promo her and Tony Storm just had.
Bruh.
Bro.
When she started off like, hello, my minions, and she went in like talking smack about, oh, do I have to have a British accent too? And I was like, bruh. I was here for all of this because I
Lighten
was like,
her up.
bruh, it was so good. So good. And I'm here for her, for Athena just doing her thing. Mercedes obviously will come back because she has the TBS championship. She's gonna have to defend that title.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, Athena just doing her thing. I love the fact that she has the contract. I can't wait to see when she cashes in. Not cashing. When she writes that contract, she signs that contract. I can't wait to see when that happens, but I'm here for whenever she decides to, become like the next.
I'm convinced that's your next AEW women's champion.
It has to be. It has to be. Like, you had Christian hold this contract for so long that once he went to cash in, he failed.
Yeah.
He failed. Like, why did we fail? What what motivated you to be like, hey, what would be great is if Christian failed at cashing this or signing this contract in and all we are going. Like, it bothers me that happened. And now here we are pushing forward, and you have Athena and you have MJF. They both can't lose. Like, because then this contract doesn't mean dick. Like,
Exactly.
it doesn't mean anything. Like, okay, cool. So you win the contract. So now you're just gonna the next person who fails that to win a championship. Like, they have to win. They have to win. Like, and I think Athena for me is your next women's champion. Like, easily.
I was convinced it was going to be Mercedes Moné.
I thought so too.
Who beat Tony Storm, take the women's title off of her, and then we would get Athena Mercedes Moné.
Yep.
I like the idea of Tony Storm versus Athena so much more.
I like it. I wished that. Okay, so there's two parts to this, and y'all gonna hear me out when I say this. I wish Mariah May would have stayed in AEW because if the plans were served the way the plans were going, rumor allegedly Mercedes was gonna drop the TBS championship to Athena, and then she was gonna go after the women's championship, and then we probably would have got Mercedes as your women's champion. But because of circumstances happening, things had to get changed on the fly, and that's what we ended up getting. So, regardless, Tony and Athena are about it up, and I'm here for all of it. Yeah, 100%. That matchup is gonna be so good. We're gonna be like, dang, this is crazy that we're here. Chaz, quit playing with the damn chat,
bro. You don't want to go the fuck away. Just lurking in the shadows and shit.
This man out here like, hey, you guys read this chat? Look, Prince wrote it in. We know Prince wrote it in.
Prince said hi, friends, and it's awkward because
how this works. You know how this works. We read them in between each segment. We don't just randomly post it up here.
We read them when we want.
Yeah, this man out here wilding out, bro, and I just ruined the momentum of what we're talking about. You know what? Let's just bring up the next thing. Go ahead, Chaz. Hit the next section since you want to play with all the controls. Go on, Chaz. Hit it. You know what the next one is. He ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna do it.
No,
he's over here dying laughing. Here, hold on.
It's Damian's Dumb Ass of the Week.
Yeah, that's what it is. Damian's Dumb Ass of the Week. He ain't
Chaz
even
Evans.
here.
I nominate Chaz Evans.
I'm putting Chaz in there too.
Wholeheartedly. Chaz
Prince in here
Evans.
laughing. Like Chaz was like, I was like, yo, Chaz, you be on the show today? Nah. I'm like, all right, cool. It's cool. It's cool. That's notable noted, right? It's fine. But now all of a sudden, like here he is, like just not like saying anything. All right, yeah, you can thank Chaz for it. Chaz made that together. He put that together. All right, so let's talk about it, man. We got Damien's Dumbass of the Week. Damien is not gonna be on Dumbass of the Week because we have three other stellar candidates that I want to put on there.
Oh
Chaz,
yeah.
Chaz, you know what, Chaz? Write in the chat. Are you gonna be writing this in the Twitter poll, or do I got to do it? I want to know now. Put it in the chat. I want to see it pop up.
He's so mad he isn't gonna do anything.
No shit. He's out here like I bet Chaz is like out here just laughing his ass off, like just like bro, I'm dying over here, like listening to y'all do
Guaranteed.
this show. All right. So Twitch, outside of Chaz, do you have anybody else that you want to put in this chat or in this as dumbass of the week?
Seriously? No. Joking around? Yeah, somebody named Matthew Polinsky.
All right, well, let's talk about it.
Y'all know him as Corey Graves. I know him as the reason I watch wrestling on mute.
We just using this whole man's government name.
Yes. Because fuck that man.
All right, well, let me talk about the three people that I want to put as the MS of the week. All right, number one, we're gonna put WWE and TKO. And why would I pick both those together? Well, recently we started knowing allegedly, which is why we had the disclaimer. Allegedly, yeah. So WWE just told their employees, that when it hit them with a severance package, they're no longer getting a month, or was it a month for every
A month for
year?
every they worked.
Yeah, they're not, their severance package is changing. They're getting every 2 weeks now for every year that they worked for the company. So you're not getting the same. You're going back on it, and I understand, right? As business change and the culture changes, and you have to evolve and stuff like that. Like it makes sense, but I would feel like grandfathering your employees would probably be better. Like because you have a lot of guys who have a lot of tenure in that company that you would want to be like, hey, we've had you in the company for 20 years. You've been in here as an employee here for 20 years. You're still going to get this. And as we start bringing in new people, that this severance package is going to change. But we're not getting that. Everybody's just like, bam, you're getting hit with it right off the rip. So it's like, why even? Why? Why even? It just to me just makes you look foolish. And I'm not here for it at all.
They got to figure out a way to make up for those lack of ticket sales because of them fucking high ass ticket prices.
Bruh, forever the tickets just rising and rising. I'm like, hey man, you can watch Evolution from the nosebleeds for $71 in a very back row,
When it
or you can pay.
costs me $1,000 plus, that's not including food and if I buy a T-shirt or something like that. When it costs me $1,000 plus to the Royal Rumble, which is like 2 hours down the road when they held it in Tampa, that is fucking ridiculous.
Bruh, the amount of money you got to spend to just make that happen. All right, so that's number one. Chaz, you still haven't hit us up and let us know if you're gonna put stuff in the Twitter or not. Uh, Number two, this is a good one. Andy Byron and Kristen Cabot.
Oh Jesus Christ! These fucking people.
Yo, Chaz just texted me. He said he already did. Yeah, let's be real. Coldplay, what's up, bro? I'm appreciative that Coldplay
No,
was out here.
no, time to fuck out. Maybe if you're gonna have an affair, let's not be in the press box.
Yo, how wild is it mind you, that also happened at Gillette Stadium on the
Yep.
second night. I know this because one of my friends was telling me about how they were there the first night, that didn't happen, and the second night that went down. But yo, like, how wild is it that you're like, hey, I just want to know, like, what did you tell your significant other before going to the show? Like, hey, we're doing a team outing in Boston. Like, yo,
At a Coldplay
at a
concert.
Coldplay concert. Like, mind you, it's me, the CPO, the chief personnel officer, and then the HR director is right next to us. Like, yo, that is wild to me. Mind you, I feel like I'm learning new things all the time about the business world because I didn't even know a CPO was a thing. Like
Yep.
a personnel, I thought it was just like director of HR. Like I just thought that was like the highest that you could get in the company with that.
CPO.
Yo, and she had only been there for like since like November,
Yeah,
like
she ain't been there
allegedly,
long.
allegedly. And then the HR director came with her too. Like she also got
She
promoted.
got a real pay raise quick.
Bruh, how wild is that though? Like of all the things that could be happening right now, like I felt I I I felt bad for the mom and the husband
Yes,
of the ones
wholeheartedly.
yeah, because it's like, yo, what the hell, bro? Like, you
Their
know,
lives are ruined
done,
while we are having a field day with this.
bruh. And like, so my heart goes out to the families, right, of these two who decided that they were like, hey man, we're gonna do a sneaky getaway thing. We're gonna call it. We're gonna write this on the expenses as like a team
Oh
outing.
yeah, the company totally paid for those
Oh
Coldplay
yeah,
tickets.
yeah, they did, and the travel
Oh yeah.
there, like
Yep.
everything, bro. They're sitting out there like singing. Just imagine like you're singing what Vita the Vita La Viva. You're just up there singing, and they're like,
Bro.
"Hey, let's put the spotlight on some other people," and they're like, "Just them." And mind you, this would be nothing if you acted normal.
Yep.
That you would just stood there, just hey.
Nobody would have known. Your spouses would have known. But let
Said,
me tell you, this is a country that is very divided right now, and it is absolutely amazing that two people's relationships being ruined is what unites us,
yeah.
because the whole country is having a field day with this.
Absolutely. And then our third person that's gonna be nominated on this list. Okay, so normally we like to talk about wrestling. We'll talk about like people who represent wrestling, and those will normally be our dumbass. And obviously WWE was our top one this time, right? With
Yeah.
TKO. Andy, congratulations, you made our list. Uh, Lloyd Howe, and if you guys don't know who Lloyd Howe is, let me explain it to you. Okay, so the NFL has the NFL and the NFLPA, right? Players Association, right? So they have representatives for most people. Lloyd Howe is the former NFLPA executive, right? He was the guy that was in charge of representing the players when he went to go talk to Roger Goodell and the owners about what the players wanted. Allegedly, mind you, the disclaimer down below. Allegedly, this man uh, went out of his neck to backdoor a deal to write language stop players from getting so much guaranteed money in their contracts after what happened with Deshaun Watson, right? Deshaun Watson, Cleveland Brown quarterback, former Cleveland Brown quarterback, $230 million deal, all of it guaranteed. Mind you, torn ACL, torn Achilles, right? Poor play. I think he only played like maybe 20 games, something. I don't remember. Sorry, I don't really pay attention to you, Watson. You're not on my team. I'm a big Broncos fan. That's where I'm at. But regardless, this so after this happens, the owners of the Cardinals and the owners of the San Diego Chargers, as well as my team, the Broncos, all of a sudden these quarterbacks don't get guaranteed deals, right? Like they're guaranteed money. And now I hear a lot of people and they're always like, well, these players make a lot of money. They make too much money anyway. Cool. But the market was the market. Like Deshaun Watson, the Cleveland Browns guaranteed 230 mil. But all of a sudden, Kyler Murray doesn't get like fully guaranteed money. He gets kind of underneath it, right? All of a sudden, Justin Herbert's deal doesn't work out, and he doesn't get a fully guaranteed deal. Lamar Jackson, hey, shout out to Chaz. I know you're a big Ravens fan. Doesn't get a fully guaranteed deal. Russell Wilson doesn't get a fully guaranteed deal because the owners had colluded together to prevent all the players from getting their maximum guaranteed money. So it doesn't become like the NBA. It doesn't become like the NHL. It doesn't become like the MLB where you're guaranteed your contract. So this man was responsible for going back there and helping them put in language to help prevent them from getting their fully guaranteed money. And also, mind you, while we're here on the subject, another person who belongs on this list that's not going to be on this list but should be JC Treader. If you guys don't know who that is, go ahead and look him up. He was the center for the Cleveland Browns. The day that they made the announcement of Deshaun Watson getting that $230 million deal, he was the first person cut. He was the president of the NFLPA right before. And because he was an NFLPA rep, the presidential rep, once you get cut from a team, you can no longer be that person. So he was serving his last term. He brought on Howell, and then Howell appointed him the chief strategic officer, the CSO of the NFLPA. So we're paying another person for a role that shouldn't even be there. What the hell? And there's a whole bunch of stuff. So if you guys don't know, go check out Pablo Torre. I want to give a big shout out to him because it wasn't for him finding out the story. I wouldn't know about it. Y'all wouldn't know about it. So I'm out here throwing out some love to that. But yeah, look at how you the other dude. You on the list too, man. So those are your four choices there. Recap back on. We got Andy and Kristen. We got the WWE and TKO. We how, and then we also got Chaz. Chaz on the list.
Yeah.
You guys go out there and vote for who you guys think is dumbass of the week. And then we'll read the poll at the end as we get ready to get into our third topic, which, man, that was a lot for me to talk about. Which
Bro,
is
you got the fuck off.
I had so much stuff to think about, like how everybody relates to this. Let's go into it. This is our last topic we're going to talk about today. It's called a packed schedule. What does that mean? Well, WWE recently has had a lot of events, right? We're talking about Raw, we're talking about SmackDown, we're talking about NXT, we're talking about Evolve, we're talking about King of the Ring, we're talking about Saturday Night Main Event, we're talking about SummerSlam, especially because SummerSlam is not that far away. We're literally 2 Mondays away from a SummerSlam. Like, so is it hurting their ability to tell stories because we had to have this match with Goldberg versus Gunther, like when we're trying to build up this other match between like Gunther and whoever else you want to say, CM Punk, whoever else is coming along? Is it what are we doing? You know what I mean? Is it too much? What you thinking?
Yeah, it's starting to get to be too much, man. The I get the overseas crowd deserve to have shows for them. I get that. It's cool seeing some of these PLEs being brought back, like Clash of Champions. It's cool seeing that be brought back, rebranded as what's Clash of Berlin or whatever, something like that. But there is such a thing as doing too much. Much like we were just talking about with AEW with their blood and guts and all that. At some point or another, how can I miss you if you don't go away?
Yeah.
If we're getting to that point now where it's 2 PLEs a month.
You mean
Like,
to tell me that we're getting the best of both worlds or whatever that song
oh my
was?
God. Someone spare me. Chaz, now is your opportunity to jump in. Cliff is singing. I just, at some point or another, it becomes hard to keep up with what's going on. Either that or you get burned out real quick with what's going on. Because let's be serious, wrestling is on almost every day of the week. There is some sort of wrestling show.
Yeah.
Saturdays, PLEs. Sundays, we have PLEs, depending on what company you watch. It's, at some point or another, you're either going to get burnt out or you're just going to get tired of watching it. So yeah, I believe there is a point where we're I understand it's all about making as much money as humanly possible in as little time as we have, but bro, give me a break every now and then.
To me, it's wild that like we're seeing like over and over and over again, like just on a repeat, right? Like the biggest problem I have with WWE having so many PLEs and so many events going on, right, is that eventually you're running out of challengers, right? So if you're a heel champion, you're running out of baby faces to face. If you're a face, you're running out of heels to run through, right? Like what are we doing? How are we planning this out to make
We're
sure that
kind,
everybody works out? You know what I mean?
we're kind of already seeing that though. How many times have we seen Io Sky, Rhea Ripley already?
Right.
Now we get it again at SummerSlam. Add Naomi.
Right.
Like my biggest issue, like you're saying though, my biggest issue is if it was different stuff that we're seeing, sure. But when both PLEs have literally this almost the same identical matches, that's where it becomes a problem as well.
Yeah. I mean, what I want to see is I want to see Goldberg get another shot at the World Championship at SummerSlam Night 2 against.
Why?
No, I don't. I don't want to see it again.
Good.
To be fair, I just think that actually that's who probably should have been on her dumbass of the week as well. Is
To be
Goldberg.
to be fair, I would probably rather watch another gold match than a jelly roll match. I'm still not a fan of this.
I okay, I'm very much a fan of this, and I think that's the problem. That's also a problem though, is that like you're running out of these ideas, and so you're like, well, let's get this celebrity match in here. We're trying to get more bang for the buck, and we're trying to get this revenue brought in. But then you also have to think about the cost effects side, right? Like Jelly Roll is not coming in. Okay, he's got a payday. He's got a certain amount of money that he's already got, and that out. Where's that money coming from, right? Like you have to think about these things when it comes in. Like I get it. We want to have a big event. We're gonna have this celebrity match in here. You're already paying Cardi B just to be the manager, the host
Oh,
of night 1 and night 2. That's probably costing you a pretty penny. So like, there's so much that goes into like you. You literally had talked about on your call that Endeavor was down a bunch of money, and now you're trying to spend money or make people spend money in WWE to make up for some losses that happened in the company. So like you're paying it now that we're bringing in a big celebrity like like Jelly Roll. We're bringing in Cardi B and let's be fair, like you're paying all the wrestlers salaries. Like what's John Cena making? Like we'll find that out soon. It's like Roman's gonna command a payday, right? Then when there like a alleged alleged article that came out that talked about like Roman, they wanted to renegotiate Roman's deal because he was like making 50 or something like that. Like
bro,
you're
like,
hurting for the cash, and yet you're still shelling out money to other people to
and let's
do
be
it.
serious because well, I think it was earlier this week, last week, something like that. Not every celebrity works. Why do you think they just released that they got rid of Travis Scott? Because he wasn't as quick of a learner as you think. Like these celebrities still need to be taught how to do this.
Yeah. Well, I will give Jelly Roll this though, man, because Jelly Roll has been saying that he's been living in Orlando secretly. Well, not secretly
He's
anymore.
been secretly living in Orlando training with the Undertaker at the Performance Center.
Yeah, we're talking about, but he's not doing like 1 or 2 days a week. We're talking he's
He's
doing
doing weekly.
yeah, he's there every day for the last 3 or 4 weeks and has been like trying to learn quickly and understand like what's happening. He's also lost a lot of weight too. I'm gonna give a lot of love to Jelly Roll because he definitely,
He's
he
been doing a lot of running.
yes, he's been doing a lot of running, but then he's also, I think what did he say? Was it Logan Paul was making fun of him on Jimmy Kimmel? Talk about he's lost like 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Like my man's putting into work, like, and you know, he's been telling he was telling Hunter, he's like, I want to know, can I get in a match? Can I get in a match? Can I get in a match? And finally, here he is getting into the match. Um, here's Chaz, but the
The,
celebrity has always been a thing though. It has. Let's be fair, it has been a thing, but I feel like WrestleMania is where that thing is. I don't. How
well,
many celebrity matches have we had?
not only the WrestleMania portion of celebrities showing up. Let's look at that real fast. The value of a dollar then versus now, because it's not the same anymore, and it's obvious that certain companies are hurting for money, or else we wouldn't be charging asinine amounts for fucking tickets.
Yeah, yeah. We'll just pass that right on to the consumer. I mean, it's just to me. I mean, I look at it like how many matches have actually happened at SummerSlam that has a celebrity in it, and I don't think Jelly Roll, like, I think Jelly Roll might be one of the few that had a SummerSlam. And mind you, SummerSlam is also 2 nights. Like it's not a one night event anymore. It's a 2 night event. So I don't know where WWE like is sitting financially. I could look that up. I know, but like to me, it just looks like we're over convoluted. Back to like the originals, we are over convoluted with stuff, and that we have to keep trying to reinvent something that doesn't even really need to be reinvented. It's like, yo, slow down, doing all the Saturday night main events, doing all this shows, right? And your PLEs, and just like, yo, focus on like, hey, we want to tell the broader story of who's next that will take the title off of Gunther. Who's going to be that person? You know what I mean? Are we building that person up? Like,
I
are we running them through? Because it's definitely, and I'll be fair, man, and I'll say, it's probably not Orton.
I
Like,
have a theory of how that ends, but I'm not going to say it.
yeah, I don't know who the next person is that's going to be. They have their championship. Like, this is going to be the next champion. I just want to see. I just want to see continue like people to be kind of built up to face off against Gunther or John Cena. And when we know it's gonna be John Cena versus Cody in a street fight for the title.
Yeah.
Cool. But like, can we are we building up the next people? Like, because I don't want to see Cody run through somebody like a Hell in a Cell, run through somebody at War Games, or run through somebody at, dismember to member. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see. I want to see the next people built up. Yeah, I know. I know what I said. Yeah, I
Well, what's
want.
funny about that is WWE just filed for a copyright for that not long ago.
Yeah, I know. But I just want to see like the next challengers get built up. Like, I know Seth. Seth had the Money in the Bank. The briefcase. Like, he's still got something going on. We're building up Braun. I understand we're building up Braun Breaker. That's the next guy. Let's be fair. He's the next dude. The guy's got it all going on. But like, who's the next off? You know what I mean? Like, who's next to go up? I want to see what happens and the build that goes on with it. But right now, like, I think we have too many events burning through all the guys to get to
Yeah.
the next event, and I'm not here for that.
To answer your question earlier, there has been two, and granted, when this article was probably written, Logan Paul wasn't a full time competitor, but Stephen Amell and
Yeah.
Logan Paul are the only two celebrities, excluding Jelly Roll, to compete in
Who
SummerSlam.
who did Logan Paul face at SummerSlam?
I have no idea. I closed the article. I didn't read it.
Bro, I was gonna be like, how crazy would it be if it was Cody? So that means both your celebrity matches were against Cody.
Okay, yeah.
I don't remember. One of you guys can check it out, look it up, man. I mean,
Chaz, do something to look that up.
do something. My man's still like just lurking in
He
the
is.
distance. Hey, all right, but let's get into all right. This kind of brings us to the end of the row, so we want to be able to do. Hey, let's talk about who our winner is of Dumbass of the Week. Let's go. Let's pull this up. We are looking at it with a whopping 100% of the votes. We got Andy Byron and Kristen Cabo is our dumbass of the week right now. I mean, you wanted to go to Coldplay to not get in trouble.
Of all
Only
concerts, so like
I mean,
Coldplay.
it's probably like a little romantic atmosphere. You're probably like just like chilling, thinking of yourself as like, Jack and was it Jack and Rose from the Titanic. You're like, yeah, we have this like little special moment, and they're like, hey, let's go around the fans and talk about it, and then all of a sudden you
Bro, that dude exited stage left real fucking quick.
as soon and my girl, the girl was the HR director, man, just
Her face.
beat red like we are
Wholeheartedly.
so busted. I was like, bro, if you would have just played it off, just hey, man, or hey, you know what? Pick her up and hit her with a DVD real quick. Like, hit her with the attitude adjustment.
Just right over the balcony.
Yeah, just right. Yeah, boom, right there. activate a Heimlich, something, like just anything you could have done. Nah, man, we have to duck, and you turn around.
Wow.
Just don't look at the camera, because then, and to get called out by Chris of all like the people, hey, either they are really painfully shy or they are having an affair. Guess what? You called it.
It ain't shy.
They wasn't shy. They wasn't shy about it at all, which is maddening. So it is what it is. Unfortunately, like, hey, y'all are gonna be our dumbass. You're probably, to be fair, y'all in the right spot. I mean, I know that guy actually just stepped down from astronomer. Allegedly, that's what was announced by the company, at least, that he had stepped down. I'm sure she's still there, and I'm sure, and rumor had it that Andy's wife like took off the surname and just left her name. Rumor, allegedly, right? Disclaimer again down here at the bottom. Don't come after us. We said at the beginning, please don't sue us.
If she's there, she's waiting for the next CPO.
Facts. Facts. Well, but that's us, man. Twitch, how you feel about this show?
Happy.
Yo, so if you made it all the way to the end, we want to thank you guys for coming on and hanging out with us for a quick bit, checking out the views, doing whatever it is. But we also want you to go through on all of our social media platforms at 3Count Pod or 3Count Pod _ on X or the Bird app, the one that's here right now. Check us out on YouTube. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel, 3Count Podcast. Go have fun. Check out all of our interviews for Now Entering. Enjoy all that kind of stuff that we got going on. We have Now Entering 201. Also, you are getting a new interview for Now Entering 201, which is with Tomahawk. And then we're also going to be doing Now Entering Ring with a good buddy of ours, to be told, on Saturday, if we can get it done. You'll probably get that episode on Saturday. Former AEW star. So it'll be a fun time.
Okay.
Also, we're going to be doing some more Now Entering 201s. I think Mike Skyros is coming back on the show, so whenever we can get him, he'll be come back on. A lot of other interviews going on with a lot of indie wrestlers. Can't wait for you guys to be able to see that. But go check out our merch on ProWrestlingTees.com or check out our merch on ForYourWear.com. There's a lot of good stuff on there. We have a lot of fun posting, like getting all of our merchandise out there. Go check out my merch shop as well as Pure Ignorance's merch shop. Pure Ignorance. Go check out their merch shop on ForYourWear.com. We're there. You guys can literally go check out all that cool stuff that we're doing. Also, last but not least, check out the intro, check out the exit, go back, re-listen to this episode, pick another episode that you want to listen to, because that's what we want you guys to do. So you guys can wait for this episode to end and wait for that outro, and then like I said, choose to listen to. Kawaii. What's up? It is your friendly neighborhood Red Dog, and thank you for checking out this episode of the 3Count Podcast. Whether that was Chaz friends, Red Dog friends, Damien friends, the Film Styles, Now Into the Ring, Now Entering 201, or Now Returning to the Ring, all those great episodes. You should really be liking, commenting, and even sharing this with your friends, family, whoever it may be. But what you all should be doing is checking us out on all of our social media platforms at 3Count Pod, whether that's on IG, Twitch, you can check us out on Threads, whatever it may be. And if you go check us out on X, it is 3Count_pod. Check us out on YouTube, as well as Facebook, on Rumble, on Apple Music, on Spotify, all those fun things. Tell your mom about us, your dad about us, your aunties, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, and your best friends and your enemies, because we love haters too. Do all that stuff. And then, last but not least, buy our merch on ForYourWear.com or ProWrestlingTees.com. Kawaii.